I spent $22,000 on coaching. It was two different programs. So one was a 3-month program for $7,400, and the other one was a month workshop for $14,500. The reason I'm making this video is because I think this is valuable insights that a lot of people want to know about, especially if you're in this digital world and you want to build potentially an online business or align with the right people. Maybe you feel like there's a gap in your life right now. And I'm going to share my take on the programs and also what, like, the main insights. I mean, I won't give you like the nitty gritty about like my own personal situation and like going through all that, but just like good pieces of insights regarding if you think this is something you want to do, what the benefits are. Regardless, so for me, I had been building and optimizing my life and foundation for the past 5-6 years. So I had done everything that I could think of up until the moment of wanting to reach out to some professional help, like other people who have businesses that I want to build and people that are just on a higher perceived level, and how did they get there. But that's the caveat. Depending on where you are, use all of your free resources up until you're tapped out. Because a lot of the times, thinking that people are going to be your savior is the wrong mindset. And ultimately, you have to be the one to build and grow your life and your business. So nobody's going to save you, but they can give you guidance and clarification on things that are confusing and give you systems that you may not have implemented in the past. And ultimately, depending on where you are, use all of your free resources and build up until the capacity you don't know what to build anymore. And regarding your life, optimize your life to the best of your ability. Get independent, save cash, get rid of all excess chains of debt and various burdens along those lines. And when you're at a point where you can make a decision and you can take risk, then I implore you to look into an option like that. And I'm not telling you to think that people are going to be your savior. And I'm not telling you to spend money that you do not have. So those are two very big caveats with this. So if you can spend the money and you're willing to grow, or not willing to grow, obviously you're willing to grow, and you're willing to invest in yourself, then you should definitely do it. And what I will say, again, is not that somebody's going to be your savior and not that you should spend money that you do not have. But I will say for certain that risk on this journey of you building a business that you want, creating the life that you want, is a must. And learning from people who have created what you want to create is a must, because there will come a time when you've built and you've exhausted all your resources, and it will be very apparent that it's worth it to invest in the knowledge of other people, because that saves time and valuable energy that you would inevitably waste. So yes, when you see all of these people investing in these things and spending a bunch of money to create what they want, it's because that it's actually more valuable for them to spend the money on that to save the time in the long run. This was the first experience me investing in mentorship at that scale. And that's not to say that there's people that are spending way more at a higher frequency. So I'm not even saying to equate what you want to do to me or what your goals are to mine. I'm just sharing my take on it. What I also will say is the conviction that these people have when they're selling or running businesses at that scale is unparalleled. Because a lot of the times I noticed fear and lack on my own journey, and a lack of confidence because of maybe a lack of credibility. And when you work with people that are at this caliber, there is so much conviction in them that it spreads through to you, because you realize that you do actually need to pay to play at some point, because their time is very valuable. And it's just a fascinating thing, the conviction that they have. That's the one thing that I noticed. It's like, wow, it's really beautiful being around people that are really thinking at a different caliber. So that's another thing. And then the other cool thing that I noticed was, like, it puts a fire under your ass. Because again, don't spend money that you don't have. And if you're not in the right position to do something like this, don't do it. But what I will say is risk is a must, and learning from people that have what you want is a must. That's number one. But it puts a fire under your ass, like, holy shit, this is real. Because for me, it was like dilly-dallying, building and doing what I can, and putting stuff out there, and trying to get customers, and building, and trying to, and it's like, but when you, it's almost a mental shift within you to put a fire under your ass, like, wow, this is real. I did something this big, and it puts a drive in you that you wouldn't have had unless you know what it's like to take a risk like that. Because what you find out, and I'm starting to find out, but I haven't quite got to that level of cash flow, that money becomes energy. Money at some level becomes energy. And on this low vibrational plane of, like, paycheck to paycheck, paying off debt and fear-based money, like, you don't even know what the real value of money is, because you're stuck on this plane of negativity. And it's not to say that you don't need to not practically climb your way out of this. I mean, my journey to being able to do this and being able to invest in a business and build a business was crazy optimization and crazy fighting with the same resistance. And so certainly you need to work, you need to pay for your independence, and you need to optimize your life. But there'll come a time where you'll notice it's easy to take risk. And then what you'll notice when you kind of climb your way strategically out of this negative frequency is money becomes energy. And, like, when you're on this plane of spending to grow, it all comes back to you in the long run. At least that's what I've taken from, especially the people that I've learned from as well. But again, I just wanted to share my experience. Paid $22,000 for 2 programs, and nothing but good vibes. My camera died. I forgot what I was saying as well. But ultimately, the decision is up to you, and at some point, you'll be able to make the same decisions and take the same amount of risk. So regardless, that's at least my opinion on the situation. And guys, if you like this content, consider subscribing, liking the video. I'm going to continue to share my life, my experiences, any wisdom and nuggets I have from the risks that I've taken, and I wish you the best. Peace.